Gamers of Reddit, what are the strangest things you've heard over an open mic? Was playing Dawn of War on TeamSpeak and this guy got in a loud, heated argument accusing his wife of having an affair because she walked in the door at like midnight. We were going to kick him from the channel, but it got really juicy. Then it got scary. Then it got sad. I think he was playing to distract himself. Some friends and I were playing Call of Duty the day Bernie Mac died. We were talking about it, and a black guy on our team thought we were making it up. When we finally convinced him, he was quiet for a few seconds, then, in a very distraught tone, said, "Man, I gotta call my mama," and left the game. I had something similar in World of Tanks, with a couple guys who were from Los Angeles like me. We both felt an earthquake at the same time on TeamSpeak, was pretty funny. Me and a few buddies were hanging out in TS when a similar thing happened. We all live in South Carolina, and a few months ago there was a minor earthquake. Nothing huge, but it shook my desk around and my water splashed everywhere. The quake was a few seconds apart for each of us. It was really cool to listen to my friends react to something that happened to me a few seconds ago. Older lady told me I had a sexy voice and wanted me to recite the alphabet slowly. Not really strange as in creepy, but I was playing a CSGO match when a kid on my team yelled "HA. Get fucked" after getting a kill. Then our entire team hears him screaming, crying, and begging for forgiveness from his mother beating him for cussing that loud. He probably got beat up with a set of jumper cables. Not strange, but caught me really off guard. A CS server I used to frequent, a guy can on voicecoms to say goodbye like a normal person would, but what he said was that he just finished chemo, and that he would play during his treatments. Now that he wasn't getting chemo, he wouldn't have that time to play anymore. It was a nice change to hear after the usual chatter. That'll always stick with me. Was playing League while talking to some guys over TeamSpeak. Dude says he'll be right back, but leaves his mic on. Out of nowhere, you hear him and his dad getting into a massive fight. When the fight was nearly over, we heard the dad scream, "And why does your room smell like shit?" And the kid replied, "'Cause I shit in it." Dude hasn't been back on that TS since. I will eat you and shit you out, so I may fertilize my garden with your soul. That is amazing. I'm stealing this. A couple years back on PSN, I believe I heard the last argument one couple ever had. Playing GTA 4, dicking around at the airport, I overhear some lady scream, "I've been working all day, and all you've been doing is playing that stupid game." It developed into a huge fight. They were screaming back and forth for at least 15 minutes until his mic went quiet and his account logged off. My GF used to play WoW a lot and was playing with her guild, and during a break she started playing with her dog and baby, talking to it. She accidentally hadn't muted her mic, so her whole guild was listening, and they kept quiet and recorded it. The audio track was on the guild website for a while. Heard a full-grown man cry when our WoW guild disbanded. My guild wasn't disbanded, but I did cry the day one of my WoW buddies' girlfriend texted me and told me he had passed away. R.I.P. Puffergon. Was on a break during 25-man raid in WoW. This guy's mic opens and his tune starts running straight for the boss, and all I can hear is him scream, "Fluffy no." Fluffy is a cat, and we all know where she's. Saturday we were wiped out as most people were AFK. Not strange, I know, but it was funny enough to remember from BC days. BRB cat on fire was a great way to signal AFK. I once happily overheard a friend of mine online answer the door for a delivery package. He had his PC set up in the living room apparently, and kept his mic open. Why was this unique? Because after about 3 whole seconds I then got to happily overhear my friend's dog come crashing into the scene, and valiantly defend his owner from this delivery man. Much swearing and panicking was heard. Playing MW2 Search and Destroy. I get drop shot, and as I die I hear a dead player on the other team scream, "Fuck you grandma, drive yourself to the hospital." Push the objective like you're delivering a baby, just get that thing out of there. I play with some interesting people. Back in WoW days, vented some Sunwell Plateau raid with somebody who turned out to be like 5 years old and more interested in the colors in the screen than the task at hand. We were all ready to land hard on a poor performer, but when we realized it was a kid, and maybe a slow kid at that, everybody tried to be as nice as possible while still keeping the raid together. It was actually one of the nicer WoW experiences I had. I joined a game and straight away heard, the flesh was raw pink. I asked what flesh and got an almost instant reply, none of your fucking business. Haven't touched Black Ops since. In my Killzone days on PS3, on the EU servers occasionally, I would come across these two Russian guys that for the whole match would just be yelling, and I mean yelling, completely unintelligible things down the mic. It was impressive how they managed to do that and actually play the game at the same time. Playing Halo 3 a few years ago when a player shouted to a friend, "Hey, we can go to Red Lobster if it ain't too expensive." Imagine a very thick backwoods accent to get the full effect. Not strange, but it was amusing.